Popcorn. We're back in association with Walkden Entertainment. Hello, Peter. Thank you once again. We've got a little film for you. What is it? I'm not sure. But it is called Outbreak 2024. Do not get it confused with the others in the past, okay? Now, a
We're supposed to watch the
stuntman,
monkey, the helicopter and the monkey.
yeah, the one that became popular again during the pandemic for some reason.
Mhm.
Yes, that one. No, it's not that one. It's Jeff Wolfe's
Yeah.
Outbreak. Who is Jeff Wolfe? Well, Jeff Wolfe is a stuntman. Yeah. He has worked on such films, quite notable. Green Lantern, Drive, one of my favorites of all time. Uh, you will know this one. I'm assuming they're Baron Punisher, Warzone.
Oh, the best Punisher movie.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he has fulfilled a long time dream of directing his own movie with the zombie drama. This is what's coming from Hollywood Reporter. That's how they classify the film. Arriving in a handful of theaters a long time ago. Sorry about that. The movie is called Outbreak. Now, Billy Burke. Do we know who Billy Burke is, people? Hello, Soxy. Hello, Baron. How are you both this evening?
Good. Thank you, Mr. Popcorn.
Very good, thank you.
Excellent. Do we know who Billy Burke is?
I know him from a sci-fi TV series called Revolution, which is a post-apocalypse set in a world where all the electricity has been taken away by a amorphous idea. So yes, like an
Nice.
AI thing.
Likewise.
Nice ambiguifying. Yeah, they're not too spoil. I haven't ever seen this. I like a bit of post-apocalypse, as we both know. Yes, as we all know, they're children. Hello, good evening, Mr. Popcorn here. And but apparently I don't remember him because I have seen the films, but really didn't take them to heart, let alone memory. He is Charlie Swan from the Twilight films. He's the dad. Yeah. And from his credits, I can say that was his 15 minutes, shall we say, because he was in that Red Riding Hood movie, which was aesthetically very similar, tonally, yeah, very in
Yeah.
Mm.
tune with Twilight, yeah, and such things. And yeah, and it's a zombie outbreak movie, but we'll get into what exactly this movie is. We'll just touch on what we thought about the film in general terms before we send the children to bed to go and have a look at it on VOD and Prime as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Soxy, what did you think of Wolf's Outbreak?
I enjoyed it for what it was. I think it had some quite cool stunts in it.
Yeah.
I liked, I don't really want to spoil it, but there was a few of the moves that the zombies did, which I thought were very cool. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but like I did not see that twist ending coming. I thought it might have gone to a twist. I didn't expect the way it ended, which I thought was very interesting. And I actually screenshotted this because during the credits, I really liked
Please.
this line that came up that said, okay, it's possible one or two zombies were harmed in the making of this film, but only the ones that deserved it. What did you think?
I liked it as a film. I don't know that I liked it as a zombie film or a zombie apocalypse film. I found it technically very good. I really enjoyed the fact that these people looked like they lived where it was being shot. They didn't look out of place.
Mm.
And I really enjoyed the
Sure.
daytime color correction.
Hmm. Um, I don't want to be this guy. I'm sorry, but I struggled. I struggled with this one. I did struggle. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst film in the world.
Yeah.
But I did struggle with it mainly because I've kind of hinted and alluded to it already. It struggles to know what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really find that this film struggles to know what it is, and that's tainted, certainly on the first viewing. It has, yeah, tainted my initial reception of it, I shall say it at that. But again, no, it is not the worst film in the world.
No.
And these are films, again, that don't get a lot of distribution, so there's not a lot of awareness of them out there because there's not a lot of publicity out there. But that's why there is also
Mm.
Walkden publicity as well as Walkden Entertainment. Thank you again. So always happy to do it. But yeah, I just wish it knew it. I wish this film knew what it was. Yeah, that would have made it a lot better for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd agree.
Now it's written by Jeff Wolfe as well as Lance Oxner. I've got the name there right. It's his directorial debut, Wolfe's, yeah, because this has been his dream for a while. So well done. Absolutely.
Mm.
Making a film is
Yeah.
impossible. Yeah, you've done the impossible. Okay. And so brilliant. More than I have done. I have not made a feature film. It's up there with the novel. Yeah. Um, okay. Well, let's bite this in the bud. So we've got a clean slate moving forward. What did you think this film was? Do you think this film knew what it was? And if you did, what was it? Yeah. Whoever wants to start it off. How would you classify this film in terms of genre, Evil Popcorn Podcast?
It depends on your perspective.
Mm.
If you saw the trailer, you would assume that it is a zombie apocalypse horror film.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at it online, it's more of a relationship thriller with
Mm.
zombies in it. What it is at its heart is a showcase of what this production group can make.
Absolutely.
So there's a
Was
little
it?
bit of everything. So there's stunts, there's pyro, there's
Mhm.
makeup effects, there's intense acting scenes. Uh it's a calling card. It's a 90-minute show reel.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and those elements are all good. I have no beef with any of that. And at times, as you pointed out there, Soxy, it's very impressive. It's like cool. Like when you
Mm.
see the Matrix, you go, "Oh, look at them! Look at that." Um, yeah, okay, okay. It's because the other genre element is pretty much the spoiler if we go into it at this
Yeah.
stage, really,
Mm.
isn't it? Yes. Okay, so let's look at the rest of our the housework before we get into that. All right. It says story by Eric Aude, however you want to pronounce that, or day. So is this a book? Baron, could you double check that, please? My
No.
apologies for not picking that up before.
Eric Audi,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Audi.
Put out by Silvercrest Entertainment and Wolf Pride Production. Do want to mention that because they always help to get these films out there. The budget was 1 million. It's an American production, 88 minutes. I appreciated the shortness of it, the brevity of it, not because I wasn't having a
Mm.
good time, but yeah, there would have been real problems if they'd stretched this any longer. I will say that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep.
There was
And
a
but sorry, Soxy.
there was like a lot of instances with the relationship drama side of it where I was like, if this was a real zombie apocalypse, like where are all the zombies? They during all that you'd expect something to happen, and there was a few times where I expected a jump or something, and there was just nothing. So I suppose
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the biggest gripe I had.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
pirate queen was walking around behind me while I was watching this, and she turned to me at one point and said, "You know what this zombie film really needs? Zombies."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let alone a werewolf. Let's get some zombies in there first. Yeah. Yeah. 1 million. Did it look like a millie?
That looked like
Or
more.
Hmm.
But I mean,
I
they
okay.
saved on locations. They probably saved on cast. Not a lot
Mhm.
of extras. No doubt, Wolf and Audi, however he pronounces his name, who are both stunt guys. No doubt they probably called in some favors from fellow stuntmen. That's
Yeah,
probably where
when
the
you think about the
background people
infected
from.
in this, yeah, when they were doing their physical theatre, their little contortion work and such.
Yeah,
And
Hmm.
apart from a little bit of enhancement and Bone Creek sound enhancement, that sort of thing,
yeah.
it looked pretty legit. So yeah, that, no, that was cool. I always appreciate that. Always appreciate that.
Mm.
I think, I think, yeah, a million's about right. What do you think, Soxy?
I think so. I think they
Yeah.
a lot of the budget must have gone into those makeup effects as well
Yeah.
because
Mm, mhm.
fantastic team behind that.
Yes, yes. All right. Let's just cover any last gripes so we can move forward in a positive fashion with this one, because I will bring up the nighttime fights and the nighttime footage itself was quite dark.
Mm.
Myself and Baron spoke of this off air, and we both agreed. But how did you find it, Soxy?
I thought the same.
Yeah, and missing out on some good,
Hmm.
choreography, makeup work, etc. Because that stuff really was quite on point. You are right. Yeah, yeah. So, but again, first film. Again, first film. Mistakes are fine. Mistakes are fine. Mistakes are fine. Absolutely. Okay, so, well, how do we want to approach this? My cohorts here. Do we want to get into a
Well,
full
let's
plot
send the children
breakdown?
off to bed or to
Yeah, let's
watch
do that. Let's do
TV
that
or
first. Yeah.
popcorn. Do you want to cover the complete plot, or do you want to just hit the highlights?
Well, I do have some. I've got the plot in front of me, if needs be, but I do have some notes I took down as watching it. Um, all right, so in a big way, this is marketed as a zombie film. We can say this, yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
And a lot of people are going to go to this being zombie fans, yeah, which are
Yeah.
still a plenty, which are still a plenty. That Daryl Walking Dead spin-off apparently is caught on like wildfire.
Very
It's still
good.
Hmm.
very, yeah, cool, excellent, good to hear. Very much has its audience. Um, Now, rabies scourge instead of outright zombies. This is the hint. This is what the townsfolk province folk, whatever you want to call them, at the start of this movie think that this outbreak possibly is.
Yeah.
I f
Hmm.
Yeah, I found that kind of interesting because,
Yeah.
rabies, I mean, it's still 2025, but we're still kind of afraid of it like we're in the 1700s, 17th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think rabies still has that th to it. I quite like that. Um, Now, I don't know who it was, if it was Wolfe or Lance who put this in, but I quite enjoyed the Shining reference. That who is our protagonist again? What is his name?
So
Neil.
that's Billy Burke who plays Neil Morris.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this would have been Taylor, I think it was, his mate. Yeah,
Taylor
he
Hanson,
did.
John
Yeah,
Gibson.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
He did the Shining reference in the truck,
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
the Outlook Hotel. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was
Very good.
Too.
very, very on the nose, but hey, why not? First film, throw it in there. Absolutely. I enjoyed that. Okay, just going back to it. Yeah, we discussed, I put who the F is Billy Burke. We've covered that. All right, the relationship. Okay, because this is another gripe. Yeah, I got to be honest. Good acting, acting fine. No big
Mm.
gripes there. Yeah. And that's from Jessica Francis Dukes, who plays Helen. Well done. But okay, so we've got to talk about the material that were given here because, yeah, the writing did need work because the son we know is dead. Yeah. And there was too much time leaning into the grief and the trauma of that for me and not presented, conveyed in an interesting, layered fashion, which you've hinted at, Soxy. If you want a blatant reference, A24 do trauma horror really well. And when people are experiencing the
Hmm.
trauma, there's all this other weird shit going on at the same time that helps build up the trauma and therefore the fear. You start to feel it emphatically and get messed up with them.
Hmm.
They needed a lot of that because by the end it's just like way too much relationship stuff. I know we hinted at it before. Did you want to touch on that at all?
Um, no, I think that passed me by. Uh,
Because let's frame it properly because the son at this stage, as far as we know, as far as the narration allows,
yeah,
the son has disappeared. The son, what is he, 14, 15?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And
Um,
the father's trying to get on with it, but he has these almost they're not visions, they're not shamanic visions. Yeah, I know they were in the kind of almost
It-
desert in this film.
Flashbacks.
Soxy,
it's
please.
it's
What?
it's more flashbacks, really. It in
Hmm.
regarding that sort of part of the story, I really feel like we could have done with more of the son's sort of love interest because you sort
Wow.
of see her, and
Olivia. Okay.
there's not enough of that, I think, because even when she comes back into it later on as the zombie sort of part of it, I just I felt like we didn't get enough of that just for it to. I wanted to care about her more, and I just didn't.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
think
fair,
possible parts
fair
of
enough.
that subplot got left on the cutting room floor?
Could have, very much so.
Possible, possible. Olivia there was played by Danny Oliveros, if I have that correct.
I
She
think
played Olivia Cortez, Baron.
I think my issue with the Sun storyline is I think I was ignoring it because I wanted more zombies. I think
Mm.
I was going, oh, it's a relationship part. I think I might even have mentally checked out a couple of times because I was going, bring on the shambling hordes.
Okay, okay. So at this point, yeah, basically, you've got the father having a little breakdown with his friend at work, almost gets eaten by a rabid dog, and goes home, wife grieving over son, but the wife is basically couch slash bedridden
Yeah.
um, from the loss, from the disappearance. But he's got to get the wife out because the outbreak has occurred and it's not just animals anymore. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we start to hear the classic sounds of society falling to pieces, sirens screaming, dogs barking, etc. in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a big place, but it's spread out. You've got to drive everywhere to get anywhere. Yeah.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no public transport or
Mm-mm.
No, no, you're there having to deal with this situation. Yeah, that's the setup.
and it's
Uh,
probably good that they shot there because it would have been much cheaper.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, no, good use of all of that. Good use of all of that. Um,
I will call out uh,
please.
the actor Raul Trujillo, who played Chief Mike Cortez. He was one of the bad guys in the recent DC movie Blue Beetle.
Hmm.
Okay, shout out, shout out.
Yeah. And he's worked
Uh,
a lot, like Mayans MC, like he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's been working since the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
Fantastic. Yeah, like character actors. Want to
Yeah.
do an episode on character actors and
Top,
tribute to
top five
character
character
actors.
actors.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's make it a top
Bruce
five.
Campbell, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell.
Goggins, Goggins, Goggins.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, what did we think of the Neil's little moments, how it was shown on the film, and in terms of how you're experiencing the narrative overall at this
I,
point?
I think the issue with this is saying this from this point, having seen the film, knowing the way it ends, it does color what you would now say about the various little bits and pieces that he experiences throughout the film.
Mm.
The end really does color the rest of the film.
Yeah.
So is it psychosis? Is it flashbacks? Is it part of the disease that he's got? Like it could go any number of ways.
Mm.
If we went back to a second viewing, has anyone seen it a second time? Let's
No.
be honest with
No.
children here. No, no, I haven't. Be interesting to go back to a second time and see if it links up, because I will be watching for that, always watch for that. And also, if it does, like how does it, affect the end when you
I
come to it again?
I feel
Soxy?
like there are sort of hints that something's
Hmm.
not quite right because at the beginning when you first see the zombies, how he jumps in to save the drowning girl, and how she seems like a normal person until he's almost at the bank and suddenly she's a zombie, and you're going, wait, what?
That's
And
true. And when I
there's
was
a
watching, I was going, what the hell? Yeah, and the
exactly,
wife, because
and
this
then
where the wife when yeah, goes to the vehicle and she's normally preparing them things and turns around and attacks. I was waiting for her to laugh like she was pretending, making a
Yeah.
joke.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
The
and
the
Okay.
kill the kill over the door with the cable.
mhm,
Like you
Mhm.
can't choke a zombie.
no.
I was also wondering what the hell is this? You can't
Yeah.
choke a zombie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Okay,
it's
okay.
even the parts where you see the other police officer and he's at the station and you're going, well, how do the people at the station not realize that there's a zombie apocalypse outside? Like it kind of because it doesn't make sense as you're watching it until the end.
I hear you. I still have questions, but I will leave them to the end because it's about the end as well. So I
Hmm.
won't get into that just yet.
Actually,
Okay, but very cool. Baron?
some of the writing is quite smart because in other films like this, you would cut backwards and forwards between the various groups. Like you cut between
Memory
Mm.
arrows. Yeah.
the thing, you would cut to the police station, you'd cut to the diner, and they don't do that. They stick with him throughout.
Hmm.
At
They
no
do.
point do you see other parts of the world, which doesn't break the reveal.
Mm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. I hear you. Okay, moving on. What else did I want to mention? I enjoyed Exquisite Pain in the Ass and I Love You More Than Ever. Yeah. When they resolve their spat that they have at
Yeah.
the start when trying to, get out of there. Dude is reckless with flammable liquids.
Yes.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Children, he lights up a smoke, tailor-made, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Right near a petrol pump. But now thinking about it, the kind of distorted reality that were framed a little better, maybe it's not as dangerous as it seems. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, just maybe, just maybe. Um, what is the horror or the horror themes of this film? There is loss.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, the fear of loss. And I was curious about that. I was trying to link it to the outbreak, the loss of innocence, but that's way too trite. That's not what's going on. What do you guys think?
On a base level, of course, it's the zombies, but then as
Mm,
you say, it
mm,
goes deeper than that. It's the loss of a loved one. It's also the loss of one's mind. How terrifying would it be to actually be in his
mhm,
position
mhm.
and lose all of reality?
Yeah. He
And it's of
also,
course, but up to you.
I was going to say, he also adapted very quickly.
Mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's
that,
another thing which is fantastical. Yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
even psychological sense. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, which
I
is a
mean,
nice new right,
should we
actually.
reveal we're dancing around this an awful lot. We probably should just do the reveal, because it
Yes.
will it will inform what we say about the film. So,
Mm.
did you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You do it. You do it.
You do
All right.
it.
So, children, this is a zombie film in name only. During the course of this film, the main character has been infected with rabies, and he is hallucinating throughout that he is part of a zombie apocalypse. So
Yeah,
there's him and his wife for most of the film. He's communicating via radio or communicating via radio,
yeah.
and they slowly interact with more people. So, like the thing I was going to bring up was like when they go to the petrol station, and like they get all the snacks and the drinks and stuff. Like, is there someone like was the are there people watching him going, "What the hell is this guy doing?" But he just can't see them.
I think that's the idea. I think there was a few flashbacks in that very super quick
Mm.
montage of what
Yeah,
was really happening in these moments. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
there was a quick flash here and there of him freaking out in a servo. I may be wrong. I may be wrong.
yeah. So yes, the premise of the film is he's got rabies and he's hallucinating a zombie apocalypse.
Hmm. Hmm. But this is based on, I guess, is the riding theme, the carrying theme of the loss of a loved one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I
Certainly
mean,
the certainly the sparking, certainly the inciting incident. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that scene
Yeah.
where we see him beside the lake with his gun and he's gonna kill himself.
Mm.
Yes. Shall we reveal why he wants to kill himself?
Go
Because
ahead.
if we go deep,
Might
yeah,
as well.
we might as well at this stage. So if you're still up with us, it's your fault, naughty children, but I understand.
Spoiler alerts.
Okay. Right. So his son and him are not as strange, but they don't get each other. Is it just a normal stage of father son, teenage son dynamics as the son's growing up who get away from me, dad, you're not cool at the moment? Or is there something deeper? Doesn't really go into it. But the son accidentally falls down a not huge, say, rock face, yeah? Maybe get a bit hurt
Mm.
enough to survive. Because when the dad goes down feeling all guilty, calling for the son's disappeared, and the son doesn't come back.
Well, we
Yeah,
see we
Yeah.
see him walking away, and then the camera pans down, and he's there coughing up blood.
yes, 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 yes. That's at the very, very end. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, the first reveal, we don't
Yes.
see that. That's correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All good, all good. Just wanted to be correct. And so that's why that's where we get the full picture of his grief. Yeah.
Mm.
And why he wants to kill himself and why he's so estranged from his wife and reacting to her grief in such a way. Do we think, I mean, I've got to ask just to paint a full picture here of our opinion. Do we think the wife's grief is valid? Did we like the way that was shown, portrayed by the actor there, Soxy?
I think it was fairly realistic. I mean, everyone grieves in different ways, and I think
Absolutely.
because as the film goes on, you she doesn't want to leave the house because she thinks the son might come back. So she's almost imprisoned herself there because she's like, well, her husband's saying, oh, he's probably dead, and she's going, no, no, he'll come back, he'll come back. So she doesn't want to leave because she's stuck. And I've known people who
Mhm.
have lost children, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard.
Yeah, I'm not even going to begin to be able to relate to it, but I do get the concept of the mother is however it goes is God in the mouth or the eyes, however it is of a child. Yeah,
Mm.
and that is reciprocal, of course. That's a part of a person that they've lost there. I'm not going to judge in any way. And I think to be an opposing force to what Neil Morris there, Billy Burke was going through, I think it was fine. Yeah, I think it worked well enough. And certainly by the end, see, yeah, the end does frame it all in a better light. What did irk me as we go along, which is cool,
Mm.
actually. I might actually give this a second watch just to put this
Yeah.
together. What did you think?
Probably
What
would
did
bear
you?
a second.
Yeah, I think so. What did you think of Helen there, Baron?
Helen, the wife.
Yeah, the
Mm.
wife, she was basically, she was the one who brought grief to the table, who brought grief to the table. Brought, sorry, no.
The problem is my brain is colored by the ending of the film,
Mm.
and I want
It's
to know
it's
what
it's a bit
she was
scrambled
watching.
now. Yeah.
I want to know what she was seeing throughout. Was she unconscious in the back of the car the whole time, and he was imagining the conversations they were having? Or was she an active participant? Was she just there to try and make sure he didn't hurt himself or someone else? Like it was,
Yeah. Yeah.
her
Mm.
her actual actions in the film confuse me because we don't see them. We only have his worldview to go from. Having said that, the
Yes.
actress did a really good job. I
Mm.
Yeah.
believe they were in a relationship from the interaction that they had, um, and I think she really did quite nicely portray that mother's grief.
Mm.
Yeah. It was a mother's grief. Absolutely. So well done again there, Jessica. Francis Dukes. Don't know why I'm talking in this way.
There was a couple of the zombies that looked a bit waxy, a bit fake, but that was day shoots, and it was a couple of the police or
Hmm.
rangers or whatever they were.
Hmm.
Mm.
The makeup didn't look quite finished.
Yeah.
Amazing masks, but they didn't look quite finished.
Mm.
And as we were discussing off here at the start, using natural light, I think, to hide some of that, an attempt to hide some of that. Yeah, get it entirely. But that's just what I observed. Soxy, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think some zombies definitely did look better than others, but again, I it's probably a budget thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. And on the subject of zombies infected, what did we think of them? Just to start it off, we'll go deeper. They seem to share a commune with them, a sense of communion, an unspoken communication.
Well, did they, or
Don't know.
was that the zombie communicating, going, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?"
Yeah.
I think that was more the case.
Yeah,
Mm. Now in
Mm.
retrospect,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, no, I just put here they seem to possess an inherent intelligence, basic motor skills, and share in communion with one another. And we've talked about the wife with the jump scare infection, when she walks up to the vehicle and she turns around. And then I also asked, what is the infection? Like, what's the source? Where does it come from? How does it process itself in the human body? Because it's doing different things to different ones at different times.
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, this
yeah.
infection. But that's, of course,
And
making more sense now. Again,
and the
Hmm.
zombies
Baron.
weren't trying to bite people or anything.
No,
Uh,
no. Well, not to any huge extent. Not Soxy?
well, there was a few where you could see some of the zombies sort of leading with their mouths, sort of biting. You don't actually, I don't know if you actually see anyone get bitten. There was the bit when they first go to the town and everybody's running away screaming from the zombies, and you see someone go down and then they come back up as a zombie. So I assume there was some biting going on, but it certainly wasn't a feature.
Yeah, yeah.
Baron, do you think if we watched this movie again and made a connection map between both of all of the links, do you think they would all link up successfully? Or
Yeah,
yeah, you think it would?
yeah, I think they would. I think whoever scripted this and storyboarded it and did the stunt mapping has done a really good job of tying it all together.
Hmm.
And
Soxy,
I
you
think it would,
concur?
it would track.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm curious to do it as an experiment. I am curious to do it as an experiment because it's also a good way, a good example of script writing if it does, yeah,
Mm.
do it. Certainly in a non-linear sense. Yeah. Okay. And the affected overall, I thought overall were cool and yeah, effective. They certainly weren't boring their children. We're
Hmm.
talking the 28 style, and from there,
Yeah.
um, what's his name? Is it Zack Snyder for you youngins? Yeah. Why is it fiction we've done that? Yeah, no, I'm just disagreeing with my own notes that I've put there. So, what do we think at the end overall? The reveal, I guess, is where we are up to. Now that we've discussed it, we've kind of reframed it all in retrospect a little bit. Um, do we think it was effective? Do we think it worked overall?
Yeah.
I think
Um,
so.
I was just going to say it makes you then go back through the film in your brain and go, that thing was that thing, and that thing was that thing, and that thing was
Mm.
that thing. Like you have to question everything that you'd seen.
Mm. Which is cool, which is
Yeah.
really cool, actually. And it's a good lesson for screenwriters and filmmakers if they're on streaming their films be, and if they want to get numbers, write a script like this so the people are compelled to go watch it again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. So that is the deep sense of mystery is what our director, Mr. Wolfe, let me get his full name again. What was it? Jeff? Yeah, Jeff Wolfe. He said that this film does have a deep sense of mystery, and I guess this is what we've unraveled, revealed this evening. Is that fair to say there,
Yeah.
cohorts?
Mm.
Yeah, and that was the mystery of Billy Burke, Neil Morris's mind. So, Outbreak, why the choice of the name Outbreak?
Or
What do
because
you
it's a
reckon?
disease.
Say that again, Baron, please.
It's a disease.
Yeah, it's an outbreak of rabies.
Yeah.
How does that relate to his psychological breakdown?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there, I mean, metaphorically, I guess.
Yeah. It's a
Mm.
metaphorical outbreak as well.
Yeah, it
Mm.
is. It is.
Hmm. They did
And
there
I,
was a comment
please.
early on in the police station about how they'd had their boosters for rabies. And
Mm.
I think someone said, oh, it was about 2 years ago. Oh, it's probably fine.
Mm.
And then there's the breakdown, and all of the side effects, and there was vivid ultra hallucinations was one of those side effects
Yeah.
Mhm.
listed. Da, 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 da. Another link.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, cool.
Yeah, there's some levels to this.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Not bad, Mr. Wolf. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there is it a category yet at the Oscars for stunt people?
I think for
Stunt
next
awards?
year. I think
Is it next
Mm.
year? It's
there's
been
been
put.
stunt award does next year. Should have
Yeah.
been happening forever.
Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, they're not jocks. They're not all a bunch of dumb jocks by any
Yeah.
means. I know there's that reputation out there. Absolutely not. They watch movies getting made more than a lot of people. Yeah.
Hmm.
They are constantly watching how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, good script. Good script. So, in that sense, I'm going to call out Mr. Lance Oxners. He's the co-writer with Jeff Wolfe there. So yes, it is time for ratings.
Oh, do you want
I've
me to go
got
first?
dry mouth. Please, someone, I need
Do you
water.
want me to go first? I'll go first.
Mhm.
I'm going to give this two different ratings. I'm going to give this a rating as a pure zombie film, and I'm going to give it a rating as an
Ah,
action as a film in and of itself. As a zombie film, it gets a two because there's not enough damn zombies. As a technical filmic piece of art, I would go a 3.25 or a 3.5. Uh, Given the very small budget, they accomplished more than $1 million worth of value on $1 million budget. So yeah, they get a higher rating. They get over a pass for this film. They lose a couple of points for the slightly waxy special effects makeup, and they lose a little bit for the maybe it was day to night color correction. Maybe
mhm,
it was not lit
mhm.
enough nighttime scenes.
Mm.
I like that rating system there, so I'm going to copy it. Zombie film two. Just echoing what you said, there need to be more zombies, even if there is a weird psychological twist, play more with that. You know, when you had the
Yeah.
one preparing dinner, more moments like that to make you go, really, huh? Would have been absolutely awesome. But otherwise, yeah, no, all good for the reasons Baron said. And as for a film unto itself, however you want to classify it, but it's in the evil popcorn, vibe,
Yeah.
definitely resonates with
Mhm.
our vibe. I'm going to, yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. I'll square it off there. Um, because of what the Baron has said and also the script. looking at it in retrospect, it's well crafted. I like a well crafted script that makes you thinking and certainly makes you want to go watch it again. Got to give
Yeah.
it bonus points for that. Got to give it bonus points for that. If you wish to go with our standard rating system there, Soxy, or what we're doing at the moment, your choice, but what do you have
Oh,
for us? What do you think?
absolutely. I think, as a zombie film, I'm going to give it a 2.5 just because I really enjoyed some of the stunt work.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
there was some things there that I'm not sure I've seen in other zombie films that I can recall, particularly the one zombie, again, spoilers, that shimmies backwards up that pole. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Good stuff.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So definitely 2.5. And of course, as a film overall, it's a 3.5 from me.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is a solid pass if you want to see a zombie film done differently.
Mhm.
If you're out, if you want just your standard satisfying zombie fare, maybe this isn't the first port of call. But
Yeah.
certainly it's above a pass and it's well satisfying, I think we can say with 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So thank you again, Peter. Walkden Entertainment Publicity. And we've got a couple more coming, interesting ones going a little not outside of our zone,
Mhm.
but looking at other aspects of the cinematic shadow out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm always keen to do that. Because,
Mhm.
I don't know how you guys feel or classify yourself. I'm really just a cinephile whose favorite genre happens to be horror.
Yeah.
It's not all just
Mm.
horror for me. I like lots of other films, lots and lots of other films, definitely. And speaking of other films and such, what have we seen? Ha! I didn't notice that shit until you just raised yourself up there.
Look, I went and saw Superman. It's David Corn Sweat is now my second favorite Superman after Christopher Reeve. And I spent time on stage with Tyler Hoechlin. So that's a big leap.
Yeah.
It's got heart and humor and sci-fi and dark moments and jokes and emotion. It's really good. Like the one thing that James Gunn seems to be able to do is evoke emotion.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
this is a really good Superman film.
Have you seen this, Oxy?
No, I haven't. Not yet,
Okay.
anyway.
Just to
Well,
bring us back on track to horror, though, I've started rewatching the Puppet Master films.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
classics. I want to do that
uh,
at some point because I really enjoyed them as a teenager, I think, if I have the right time frame for them. Absolutely. Quick question, last question regarding Superman, regarding James Gunn,
yeah,
actually. With what he's done here with Superman, is it a good setup to save the DC cinematic universe?
yep,
Because that's what he's been employed to do.
yep,
That's what he's been called in
100%,
to do. Yeah. Okay.
100%.
Good. Because there's quite a few DC titles, Batman being the big one, that I do really like. Of course, Vertigo come. There wouldn't be a Vertigo literally without DC. Yeah.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
very true.
So I'm
It's
hopeful.
good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
So even if I'm not a Superman fan, if it's successful, I'm very happy. So if you
Yeah,
are a Superman person, go see it. Remember this guy, what he did for Suicide Squad. And that
well,
film's the Shakespeare of superhero movies. There, I said
and you
it.
go back and watch his film Super with Rainn Wilson in the title role.
As you've said before, yeah, yeah.
So many people called it a knockoff of um, Kick-Ass, but it is significantly better than Kick-Ass, and it
Mm.
is more
Okay.
thoughtful, and the universe is more real. It's among my favorite superhero films.
Okay. And do you concur there, Soxy, by the look?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, cool. I've got to see it. I've got to see it. Yeah. No, he has this really great energy, for want of
Yeah,
a better word, to what he does. Definitely his
yeah,
stuff is a good time. So that's great to hear. And Puppet Masters, yes, Blade was always my favorite. I've always wanted
Mm.
my own Blade. Yes, I need to go
I,
back to
I was a
those.
six gun guy.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I love Lady Leech.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
We should cover them one day with
Yes.
all the small little evil things that are out there in underground 80s, largely horror. A lot of it's full
What have you
moon,
watched, Soxy?
yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, a full moon.
Mm.
Mhm. Soxy?
What have you been watching, Soxy?
Oh, well, I attended the preview screening of The Shrouds recently. Had
Please,
hoped I had
yes.
hoped to do a video about it, but
All
my
good.
time has been absolutely chewed up, so I'll talk about it here. So huge thank you to everyone over at Luna Palace Cinemas in Leederville for putting on the screening. Uh, it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It's touted as a horror, a sci-fi, a bit of a drama. The horror and sci-fi is definitely more grounded than I think a lot of horror fans may be used to. I absolutely loved it. There was somebody sitting behind me who stood up at the end of the film and very loudly proclaimed that's not a horror film, but I didn't agree with them. It's for if, without going too much into the story, it's basically about a man who is grieving the loss of his wife. Um, so much so that he invents a camera system so you can then watch your loved one. Uh,
Decompose?
yes, you're watching them decompose. The parts where you do see the body are it's CGI. It's not practical effects. But that doesn't take away from it. The horror in it is more um of grief, and it's the kind of film that's really stuck with me. It's one that keeps you thinking for a long time after or even during the film. If you're
Yeah.
not into a film that makes you think very deeply, particularly about things like death and grief, it may not
Uh-huh.
be for you, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay, good. You've sold a ticket to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is David Cronenberg, and
Mm,
it's pretty much all based on the passing of his wife. Yeah.
mm,
And Vincent Kessel was the lead. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. And to see him in a Cronenberg film is very exciting. I mean, he did Black Swan. You know, he knows how to handle this type of material. So I'm very keen on that. And the look of the shrouds, the whole, color aesthetic, the color palette that's been chosen for it, I really like the look of because I'm into dystopic science fiction.
mm.
And also that idiot who stood up and said this is not a horror film. It's a David Cronenberg film. Yes. Like just get out. Don't come again.
Yeah, there was actually quite a few people who were agreeing with her as I was leaving the cinema, and I just thought, oh dear, it's they just clearly they weren't the audience for a film like this, and I can understand that if you're more used to your slashes and things, you really had to think about this film more than anything.
Yeah, but that's the good thing about David Cronenberg films, though.
Mm,
Yes. Yeah, yeah, because we need, I mean, absolutely have all types of films out there, but let us also have the films you need to think about and not just easily put into a nice little box. And
hmm.
have the slashes as well. Big fan,
Yes.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
put him in
Anyway,
the toy
anyway.
box for everyone.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, but again, got to see it. Got to see it. Do you have to see it at the cinema?
Well, I would
I know that.
recommend it. I really
Mhm,
would if you can.
mhm.
But if you have to watch it later on demand or whatever, it's just one you've got to see.
Now, I will start it off light, believe it or not. It's spooky, but you can show this to your kids. It's called Monster House.
Oh, I
Yes.
love that film.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? And
Such a good film.
yeah, it's such a good film. Shout out the Bat. We did a watch along with this. You've got Steve
Hmm.
Buscemi playing the antagonist, the voice of the antagonist, Nethercracker, Mr. Nethercracker, which is an amazing name for a grumpy old get off my lawn man. Yeah. But the house itself, that's all I'll say.
Mm.
The house itself is wonderful. Yeah. And is that fair to say, there, cohorts? Do you agree with me, my
Yep.
cohorts, that you could show this to your kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Now, otherwise, Squid Game season three. Certainly dark enough to talk about on this podcast.
I've not seen a Squid Game.
You have not seen a single Squid Game.
Not a single
Not,
Squid.
not even red light. What is it, Soxy? Red light, blue light, red light, green light.
Oh, something like
You know the
that.
one, the doll
Yeah.
face one, the big doll.
I have also not seen a Tiger King. So yeah.
Oh, I'm not discussing that. That's for Netflix. Soxy, have you seen the recent Squid Games?
No, I haven't seen the latest season yet.
Okay. Tragedy Fest is all I'll say. Absolutely. Everyone's just losing it. Definitely. Not as good as the second season, but still a worthy season to watch. Definitely. Where it's going to go from here, I don't know. I forget I don't know how you pronounce the name of the card game with
Mm.
the blue and red, squares. That's played through a Squid Game. If you know, you know. But I've seen
You
Kate
know?
Blanchett, Kate Blanchett in an Instagram reel thing playing that. Yes, and there's been talk about how Netflix are going to Americify it.
Ah,
And that's certainly a sign of it. I've heard rumors of Brad Pitt being involved. Yes, coming up. So there's going to be more Squid Games, whether you like it or not.
yeah.
My advice is watch the three seasons because that's going to be the end of the Korean Squid Games. Yeah,
Mm.
if it moves forward, which it looks all told, all said, it looks like it's going to. Yeah, it's just to complete the season is still worth it. You're never going to get that first season magic, though. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And otherwise, I'm doing a new deep dive of a franchise. Can you guess what it is?
Saw.
So, yes.
Yes. Follow me on
I
social
mean,
media. No.
we have the benefit of seeing your social media
Yeah,
feed.
yeah, there is
Mm.
that. And yeah, why? Why? Because Dead Meat Podcast, shout out, are doing Hot Sauce Saw Summer. And I wanted to keep up with their podcast where they cover each individual one. I've been meaning to go over it again for a while. Shout out Dorian, we will do it. We will do the traps for our iceberg children, which is just going through all of the traps from the very first one to the end, as the movie shows in terms of the plot, not chronologically. Fuck that. I'm not dissecting that mess. But I haven't done one again because we've covered it on the podcast already. I know it like the back of my hand, basically, that film by now. Go check it out. But I've done two, three, and four. Four is the last one is the first one that Lee Wanell did not write.
Yes.
Yes, and you can tell. And you can tell. You've never seen.
Have you considered doing a watch in chronological order?
Mm.
Hmm. We'll do that with the traps. Yeah. Yeah. And have the actual traps in chronological order that way. It's quite simple, actually. So yeah, perhaps when I touch on it again, because it will come up again. And also because Saw's like Friday, Saw's like Michael, it's just one of those franchises. Certainly, if you're going to do a horror podcast, you got to be familiar, like quite
Yeah.
familiar
Mm.
with, it's one of those things. And it also has that vibe of Fridays. It's like, oh, the plot's a mess, but God, it's fun. The connective tissue is not really connecting.
No.
But the whole body of it itself, I have a good time with. Soxy, how do you feel about Saw? I don't think that's ever been asked of you here on this pod.
I have a lot of fun with the franchise. I try not to think about it too hard as I'm watching, like you say, with the plot, and connecting the films to each other. And then you had that, what was it? The Spiral, that weird sort of reboot one with
Yeah,
the
yeah. Of the
pig
in the
puppet.
universe of, yeah. I know I haven't seen it. I'm going to.
I'm interested to know what you think of it, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Like, I thought the puppet in that one is very cute. Like, he's, but it's something, it exists.
Yeah.
I like the creativity of the traps and the characters are all a bit of fun, but yeah, I try not to think too hard.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Baron Saw. Sorry
Yes.
if I've asked you before. Have you ever?
Have I ever have I ever
Yeah.
watched all of them in one weekend?
Oh,
No.
seriously? Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Because,
Um,
why ask? Because as the children know, you will shy away from things like martyrs and such,
yeah.
but hostels and such. But oh, have
Yeah.
you seen Hostels? Its
Yes.
cousin? You've seen
Yeah.
Saw's cousin? Yeah.
They're all right. They're no Saw. No.
Yeah.
I watched all of the Saw films, and I think this is when 10 was coming out, so it would have been the first nine in
Hmm.
one weekend.
Hmm.
To be
Impressive.
fair, the Pirate Queen wasn't here,
That's cool.
because that would have
Yeah. Yeah.
given
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
batty. It pretty much drove me batty as well. Um,
One weekend, that's a lot.
Mm,
Oof.
I got to the end and went, oh, I should have watched those in chronological order.
mm,
Mhm. Especially since 10 is out. Also,
Yeah,
children, if you haven't seen 10, believe the hype, it is really good.
yeah,
Do we
mm.
concur
yeah.
as a
Yeah.
pod that, yeah, 10's pretty damn great. But I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. Four plot holes galore. So, okay, that's starting to happen. First three, solid though, and
Mm,
three way better as a revisit, decades later.
Yeah,
Better than two. Yeah, as a
mhm,
storyline
yeah,
put together, you really get to see Amanda do her thing.
yeah.
And yeah, no, it's just it's done better as a film in terms of overall production, but certainly in terms of editing. It's not so frantic as the second one. It's not so out to
mm,
impress you in an MTV fashion, because those limitations of resource with the first film became a style which was put into the editing and the
mhm,
overall tone and vibe and gimmick of Saw throughout. You know what I mean? And that ramps up here and there. Like the transitions are crazy. They tackle
mm.
each other, they fall through a glass mirror, and they're in a cop station. Do you remember all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Not saying it's
berserk.
not
It's
without its
fun.
problems.
Sorry?
Not saying it's not without its problems.
Oh
Mm,
yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, this it's just days of our lives with this evil engineer, this super evil engineer. Because Jigsaw is an asshole. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
mm.
He is a prick of a human being.
He's not a hero.
What's that?
He's not a hero. He's the hero of his own story, but he is not a hero.
He's not a hero. But
I
that's
was
why 10.
absolutely deluded.
Yeah.
Oh, totally, totally. And he shows that early on. But that was the genius of part 10 when you started empathizing with
Mm,
him and seeing him as the hero.
Yeah.
That what was
mhm,
so good about that. That's why it's a shame 11 is not already here. Well,
Yeah.
certainly there's a release rollout building up to October to
mm.
get back to that classic Saw tradition.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to watch them all again, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yep.
Saw does that. Saw does that. Yeah, Saw will never go away. It's like KFC of horror. Yeah. I mean that with love. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, go and say that to Lee Winnell.
Oh, no, that's not the original. So I'm talking about four onwards, but we all know what I mean. I'm getting into
Yeah.
Copland, the connective tissue of Copland within Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, of Cityton, because it's not set anywhere. You
No.
ever pick up a
Mm,
name? Nah,
No.
it doesn't have a name. Yeah, it's unintentionally genius. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, that's my rant about Saw. Over. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
where are we at? In
Plugs.
turn, plugs. Right, Soxy, what's happening?
Oh gosh, what is happening? Well, we've next month we have the Perth Horror Film Festival. Uh Dates will be out very soon. It's going to be 4 days of lots of horror and one sci-fi session. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
tends to sell out pretty fast, so when tickets do come on sale, I highly recommend jumping on it as soon as you possibly can. Here in Perth, the Revelation Film Festival is currently on. They've had quite a lot of horror and sci-fis and films of all genres. That's going until the 13th of July, so there's only 2 days left of that. There's quite a lot of other things going on around Perth. There's lots of small little festivals coming up. If you're into anime, I believe they're down south. The Swan Settlers Market has a few anime in the valleys coming up. I believe they're going to be doing that a bit more often than usual, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Uh, and the let me get this right. The Revival House Studio, Revival House Cinema here in Perth is now back open. They are our only 35mm cinema.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, they've been closed down for renovations for some time now, but they are back open. I believe they have some horror films, along with other genres coming up. Definitely go check them out because they're amazing. And if it's quiet, you might even get yourself in on a little private tour. So just go check them out.
Yeah, that's really good news. That sort of place is opening up again. Evil Corp, Escape Manor, Ipswich Little Theatre. Yeah, nothing at the moment. I'm auditioning for bucket loads at the moment, so just waiting to hear, of course. Baron, what's up in your world?
Look, I'll always give a shout out to Act React. I'm doing a show with them for the Anywhere Theatre Festival called This Is Your Trial. Improv Queensland, I'm doing a show with them called Sports Ball. It's for lovers and haters of sports. I'll always give a
Okay.
shout out to
Okay.
Survivor, who
Hmm.
put up with me doing MCing stuff, and IFWG Publishing. Uh, yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, look, Anywhere Theatre Festival, we've got our shows up on there. Improv Queensland, just keep an eye out on the website. You'll see our various shows. Got a show this weekend called Maestro, which is a theatre sports show, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, that's me.
Well, Chook is full of that. Absolutely. Good to
Thank
hear.
you.
What a
Hold on,
big.
hang on. Time.
Oh, yeah. Go, go, go.
So for those people that don't understand, Chookers is a theatre thing
Yeah,
where
dinner.
you if you do well, you get chicken for dinner, right? Because chicken was a treat. What would be the modern version of that? Like we can get chicken anywhere. What would be the modern version? Would it be pizzas? Would it be steaks? Turkey? Swan?
The theatre wise, I don't know. Theatre wise. Like
How?
any sort of food for, a theatre actor is good.
Mm,
You know what I mean? No matter what it is. We should come up with our own, like
yeah,
not poppers because that's up the
yeah,
nose and off you go. But yeah, no, we should come up with something of our own like
yeah.
that. I
But
like
you know,
that.
chookers. So for those people that don't understand what chookers
Yeah,
means,
yeah, ta.
it's basically good luck for the theatre. If you do well, you get chicken for dinner. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Which we had in our film Outbreak with Taylor when he was singing in the country song in in
Mm.
the off-road, eating his chicken, and he had a plate of chicken, roasted chicken next to him. Appreciated
Yeah,
that.
it's good.
Okay, and in terms of what we have out there at the moment, thank you for your reaction to Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, that's correct. Okay,
Jurassic
cool,
World
good.
4,
Jurassic World 4. Okay.
Dinosaur Harder.
So yeah, check that out. We have our,
I will say one thing.
please.
Probably the best of the Jurassic World films. And I put it just behind the original Jurassic Park film, only
Oh,
because I
okay.
thought 2 and 3 were a bit weak. But yeah, no,
Okay.
it's a really good movie. Lots of good dinosaurs in it, some nice kills. Yeah, go and see it.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And in terms of the big stuff, the new stuff, the recent stuff, bring her back as we will do it 28 years later. We will do it. Stuff that we will do coming up. I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to stop it. Of course, I'd be a prick. I know what you did last summer. The new one's coming. We will cover it because Scream Queen shout out. Got to get you back in for that one because that's one of her favorites of all time, which she revealed at the beginning of the pod almost 2 years ago. We're coming up to 100.
Yeah.
Nice.
This will be 91, 92, something like that. There's more Pooniverse. If this fits into the Pooniverse, I don't know or care. Bambi the Reckoning.
Oh,
Yes, that is the Pooniverse.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not for me, but I know it's doing well, so well done. And apparently, they're sweethearts, are the people who put all this together and create all this content. So well done to them. One thing I am looking forward to together. Hmm, I did that by accident. One thing I am looking forward to is Together.
Mm.
Yeah, that is the one with Alison Brie and what's his name?
Dave Franco.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. This has got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes because that's what I'm reading
Wow.
this list off at the moment. Yeah, keep an eye on that one because it looks like a really cool film. The trailers are great. The effects look
Mm.
amazing. Now, from the director of Barbarian, and I'm just looking up his name again. Sorry, guys. Live Googling as always. Zach Kreger, Weapons. Is anyone looking forward to Weapons? Because I
Looks
damn
good.
sure am. It
Looks
looks
good.
amazing. The
Yeah.
trailers are incredible. Doesn't give anything away, no major, plot details, just more. The second one was just more of what is happening with Julia Garner in center frame, along with you going, what is happening? And I will watch anything that she is in. She's one of those actors for me.
Hmm.
The remake of Witchboard is coming, the old 80s movie. We've got Jaws 50 for you there, Baron. And we have for everyone, The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's coming. Elijah Wood and Co.
Yeah.
Yes, finally it's being released, as it should have a long time ago. It's got 92% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment.
Pretty
So
good.
good. That's pretty good. For a Toxic Avenger remake in 2025, that's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's Peele's sports movie, but remember, executive producer, he is not directing. We have The Strangers Chapter 2, never watched Chapter 1, not gonna, because I love the original, and I heard nothing but horrible reviews across the board. Soxy?
Look, it wasn't great. But again, if you turn your brain off and you just enjoy the kills, it was okay.
Yeah, it's just pressure. Yeah, the original's so good though. The originals and
Mm.
the whole hit. Yeah, it's
You're home.
because you're home from the original film. Yeah,
Mm.
the original hit of that was I
It
loved
was
that.
chilling. It was very good.
Chilling,
Yeah.
chilling.
The
And then,
one film I have to just say, if we're gonna just bringing it
please,
back
please.
to the Toxic Avenger for a moment, the one film that I am looking forward to, I don't know if we're going to get an Australian release. I would love if anyone knows how I can get hold of the rights to this, please reach out. But I don't know if you have heard of the of Mr. Melvin.
No.
I'll take that as a no.
Right.
So, Mr. Melvin is coming out soon in America. It is a reconstruction of The Toxic Avenger Parts 2 and 3 based on the original script.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. That's big. Yeah,
I,
definitely.
I really hope we're going to get it here. I don't know if we will. It's going to be screening as part of Tromathon over in
Yeah,
America,
if
but
you're a trauma deep diver, definitely a trauma completionist. I get
yes.
that. Yeah. So how can they reach out to you, Soxy? What's the best way?
Well, you can e- email me at perthhorrorfans@gmail.com.
hmm.
So do so, their children, if you know at all. I'm sure there's people who would be onto that out there actually.
I'm
Shelby
just doing,
Oaks.
I'm just doing a little live Googling. It looks interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I assume it will probably end up on the Troma Now app at some point, but if we could get a cinema screening of that, I would love to see it on the big screen.
Yes, help Soxy out there, children. All right, Chris Duckman. This is Mr. Movie Reviewer numero uno out there in YouTube land. Yes, he is the Anthony Fontano of movie reviews, and he basically has done it long enough to get enough clout and respect to be allowed to direct his first feature film.
Oh,
Given the
nice.
fun, yeah, yeah, and it's called Shelby Oaks. So keep an eye out for that. Well done to him. Love to be in the same position. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Black Phone 2, do we care?
I really loved the first one.
Yeah, the first one was good.
I don't know if we need a sequel, but I'm certainly interested in seeing what they do with it. Maybe.
They're gonna have to take it in a different direction because,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit wrapped up at the end there, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Actually, I will say one last thing about Outbreak. I did like the zombie um vulture or eagle at the end when it turned to camera and it had the zombie fight.
Yes.
That was
Yes,
nice.
we've forgot all that. And that just that final drop of ambiguity, is it in his head or not?
Mm.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, 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 because the way we're there outside of his point of view for the first time is at the
Yeah.
very end. Yeah,
hmm
yeah. Um, so there could be a sequel.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that,
Gets rabies and he has to save them.
Mm.
yeah. And if he writes it cleverly enough as he did with the first one, yeah, yeah. I mean, we need a new twist
That's where
guy.
it shines.
Mm.
Yeah, we need a new twist guy.
The writing is where it shines.
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. For the first time as well. Very well done. Black Phone 2, no, no, I don't. Sorry, didn't enjoy the first one. Yeah, one of Ethan Hawke's weaker moments. If we ever cover it, I'll fully get into it. And that's enough for now. That's enough for now. And I think that's enough for now for overall. Yeah,
We're good.
yeah. I think that we've done well with this one. Considering it's 1 minute 20. So go out and see it. Won't take much out of your day. And that's Outbreak, available on VOD in general and
Yep.
on Prime. We're Australian. We're just going to say Prime. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
American and blah, blah, blah. Because then I would have to do all of the other countries, because America, you take no precedence over anything at the moment. This is not the people. This is the people that have caused the mess. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been Mr. Popcorn here, and this has been fun. Yeah, Outbreak. Check it out. Thank you, Peter. Walkden Entertainment. Baron?
Go to bed, children.
Oh, hang on. Soxy's got to say goodnight first, though.
Well, Soxy can say the last one. I'll go say go to bed,
Oh,
children.
okay.
Yes. Good night, children. This has been a lot of fun, and I look forward to the next one.
Oh, I love it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil. Fear evil laugh.